Hi guys, it's Ani from Create Your Future. And today, I love starting like that. And today, today I wanted to share a lot of my personal tips and tricks, do's and don'ts on manifesting, on self-concept, on law of assumption. Um, I just feel really inspired to do this video, and I want to get a lot of stuff out there. Um, I I usually don't take notes, you guys, but throughout the week, a lot of good things have happened to me. A lot of breakthroughs, a lot of manifestations have occurred, big ones. And I took notes along the way because I love to reverse engineer everything. I love like when I get a manifestation, and I hope you guys try this out too and do this too. When I get a manifestation, I like to go back and remember, like, what was I thinking in that moment? How was I feeling? What was I doing? Where was I? Like, I love to reverse engineer. So I will also talk about a client success story too in this video. So let me get these good tips and tricks out there for you guys. So I noticed we talk about a lot of like boosting your confidence and self-concept and feeling like a god, feeling like a goddess, right? Like raising your energy. I remember when I first started manifesting, you guys, I hated when I would hear that I have to boost my confidence, or I have to just be more confident to get what I want, or I have to be um, always vibing high and positive and like just really, it felt like pressure. Like it just felt like, okay, like how confident can you be all the time? You know what I mean? Like how positive can you be all the time? Sometimes you're just like chill, you know, like sometimes you don't want to force yourself to be like all jumping up and down happy, right? So I I've done a lot of like reverse engineering on a lot of my manifestations, and I realized it's not the confidence. It's not the high vibe that really gets you the manifestation, in my opinion. It's what it is being clear, having clarity. What are you doing? What are you thinking? If you're clear on that throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your whole manifesting journey, if you're clear on what the heck you're doing, what the heck you're thinking in any given moment, in other words, a good strict mental diet, that's the confidence. That's the confidence in manifesting, the clarity. Um, you guys, I remember I had a physics teacher. I don't remember his name, and I literally hated that class because every single time I would be late to that class, okay? Like, we're doing a story time right now. I would be late to his class, and that man would always put me on the spot, I swear. Like, I would get so nervous going to the class every day. Even if I was like 30 seconds late, that guy would put me on the spot. And it's crazy because he said a phrase one time, I'll never forget it. And it's so ironic. It's so funny how it's physics, because he was so into quantum physics and he would always talk about it. And I was like a kid at that time. I didn't even know about conscious creation. He said a phrase one time, and the moment he said that, I couldn't get it out of my brain. Like, it made me think and think and think. One time I was so frustrated, and he took me outside to talk to me and say, listen, you're late again, blah, blah, blah. You got to go to the office. Like, and I was just so like nervous and like frustrated. And then he just said, from confusion comes clarity. Always remember that. From confusion comes clarity. And at that time when I was like, I didn't know what the heck he's trying to say. Like, what is he talking about? From confusion comes clarity. Like, how could clarity come from confusion? How the heck is that possible? But now I know what he meant. Like, so I'm so forever grateful for that teacher. I mean, you know, he taught me a lesson, but from confusion comes clarity. What do you guys think it means? Comment down below. I'm interested in what you think it means. From confusion comes clarity, or from chaos comes clarity. I interpret it as you will not be pushed to actually understand conscious creation until you're in confusion and chaos. And think about it. Like, I know I got here into this knowledge, into researching and experimenting all this because there was a lot of confusion in my life at the time. There was a lot of chaos in my life at the time. And it pushed me to look for answers. It pushed me to find out, like, what do I do? Like, what's the next step? How does this all work? Like, why am I even here? Like, what's the point to all this, right? Like, that confusion brought me clarity, brought me here. So I think every single one of you watching this video or on your manifesting journey came from confusion to get clarity. If you guys agree, comment down below. But I just wanted to share that. And even when I started thinking throughout this whole time, right? And even when I listen to clients, when they talk about, like, I know I'm supposed to be confident, but I don't know how right now. Or I heard, like, you got to boost your confidence, or you got to boost your self-esteem, or you got to boost this, you got to boost that. Like, I hear it everywhere. I hear it all over YouTube, but I don't know how to get there because I don't feel good right now. I can't be confident right now. That's where I got clarity. When I kept hearing this and I kept thinking about it on my own too, because I've been in moments like that too, where I can't feel confident. Like, there's certain moments in your life, you guys, like, it doesn't matter what's going on, right? Like, at that moment, whether you're frustrated, you're angry, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling down, like, you can't just boost your confidence in like 0.5 seconds, right? Like, it's a slow process. So I think it's more important to be clear on what you're thinking and what you're doing and how you're feeling in that moment than being confident. So it's the clarity that creates confidence, and then the confidence creates the state you're in, and the manifestation comes through. And then when the manifestation comes through, the evidence comes through, confidence all around, right? So what do I mean by clarity? I want you guys to be clear on what you're thinking and what you're doing in the moments in your everyday. When you wake up, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Are you thinking from, oh, my SP still is not with me? Oh, I have to try to get SP. Is that what you're thinking? Or on your way to work, when you're driving, or when you're walking, when you're working out, when you're at work, what are you thinking and what are you feeling? Are you feeling like whatever you want, you're trying to get, like you're trying to reel it in? Or you're in the state of already having? Be clear, have clarity. So it's again, it's a strict mental diet, being clear, being conscious, clear, clarity, confidence, you know, all the C's. But it's so important, you guys, because being clear on what you're doing. So let's say, like, if I got $1 for every time I said clear, right? Clarity in this video. So let's say you guys are thinking, okay, I don't have SP right now. I don't know. I don't feel good. I don't have SP. I haven't talked to SP. Doesn't feel right to me. All right. What happens is, if you're not clear on this thought and you're not conscious of this thought is now going to create a second thought to back it up, because that's just how your brain works. So now you're inviting another doubtful thought and scary thought in. So now it's, oh yeah, and he hasn't contacted me in about a month now. Now that's not good, because now it's been a month. What if he forgot about me? Now third doubtful thought. Yeah, and if he forgot about me, he might be with someone else, right? You're not clear on one thought you're having, it creates more. It invites all its friends over, right? So we want to be clear and conscious on what we're doing at that moment. You thought a negative thought, that thought doesn't serve you. This is what I do personally, and a lot of clients ask, a lot of all of you guys ask, so I'm open to share what I specifically would do. So in that moment, what I used to do, or what I would do, is I would say, hold on, it doesn't feel good, right? This thought. And I'm saying this as a conscious creator, not how I started manifesting. As a conscious creator, understanding what I need to do. So that thought comes up, oh, I haven't talked to SP. Stop yourself. Did that thought feel good? This is what I would do. Does that thought feel good to you, Ani? No. Okay. So how does law of assumption work again? My thoughts and assumptions and focus create my reality. Okay, cool. Do you want to continue with this thought? Because you know that one thought will invite all his friends. So one thought will bring thought number 2. Thought number 2 will bring thought number 3. Thought number 3. So, and then all the friends would come over to this negative party you're having, right? So do you want to do that? Do you want to spiral? No, I don't. Okay, so how do we create going forward the best version of what is it that you want to happen? Well, I want a constant communication with my SP, and I want SP to reach out to me. Okay, cool. How would you feel if SP reached out to you now? I would feel amazing. Okay. Who would you tell? What would you say? Well, I would probably go out with the girls and have fun, because I know I'm a conscious creator and everything's working out in my favor. Boom. We're clear on what we want. We're clear on how we're going to do it, and we're moving forward. You see how I did not, in that moment, give that doubtful thought life. It wants life. That doubtful thought wants you to water it and give it life. But you're not going to do that, because that's your old programming. And your old programming is still trying to keep itself alive and active within your brain. But you, as a conscious creator, you as a clear creator, you as a person with having a strict mental diet, is going to cut it at the root, just like how I did there. Let's do it again. Okay, so again, I'm having a thought. Let's say, wow, it's been like 2 months and I haven't talked to SP. Okay. Now, if I give this thought life, if I allow this thought to continue, it's going to bring its friend over, and the friend is going to have another statement to add on to this beautiful story. And it's going to be like, yeah, you haven't talked to your SP in about a month or 2, right? So they probably forgot about you already. Karen's at the party now, right? So now Karen's going to be like, yeah, he's probably with another girl too, or she's probably with another guy too. Like, think about that. They're probably having the best time of their life, and you're over here alone. So do you see how like one thought can become 2, become 3, become 4, and then now you have a story now that doesn't serve you? So this is what I mean when I say you got to catch it at the root. So what would I do? Again, thought of, oh, I haven't talked to SP in a month or 2. So what are you going to do about it as a conscious creator? What are you going to do about it, Ani? Well, I'm definitely not going to give into that thought, because that's not what I want to create. Well, what do you want to create? He's thinking about me 24/7. The moment he wakes up, the moment he goes to sleep, he's thinking about me. And how amazing is it going to be when I do get that text and call? How am I going to celebrate? My manifestation has come true. How am I going to celebrate as this powerful conscious creator? Boom. This is what you want to You want to go that way, not this way. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. Am I going left with my thoughts or am I going right with my thoughts? Ask yourself, when you're feeling weird, when you're feeling low, when you're feeling down, ask yourself why. Why are you thinking this? Why are you saying this to yourself? Do you want to go that way? No. You want to go this way? Yes. Let's go this way because you're in charge. You're in charge of the wheel. So, I mean, you don't say it out loud in front of people. Like when you're asking yourself these questions, to be clear, you could say it in your mind. But what I'm trying to say, you guys, is thoughts are just thoughts. They are not, you are not obligated to take in all the thoughts that are coming into your brain and give them life. You're not obligated to. You're God of your reality. You're a creator. You're a conscious creator. A creator picks and chooses what they want to create, right? So what's not serving you, you're not obligated to think it, ever. This is where a lot of people get caught up. This is where a lot of people, like, you can't mess it up, but this is where a lot of people get confused, because your whole life you've been thinking that every thought that comes in my mind, I gotta entertain it. I gotta fix it. I gotta problem solve all of these thoughts that are happening. I have to give in to these thoughts and picture, like, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst thing that they can say, that they can do? I need to be prepared for that. I need to be prepared for the worst things that can happen. But you're also thinking, oh, what about the best things that can happen? You're thinking all these thoughts, but you don't have to. You don't have to think the negative thoughts. What happens is, because your brain is always trying to protect you, your brain, your ego, everything's always trying to keep you safe and comfortable. What happens is you give in to the negative thoughts faster, because your whole life you've believed that you're not in control. So you give in to the negative thoughts and you try to think about how to keep you safe in every scenario. It's like flight or fight reaction. So, like, you're always, like, let's say you're on a bumpy road, right? You're always thinking, okay, what if the car does this or that? Like, what should I do? Like, am I prepared? Am I not? Like, your brain does that for negative scenarios too, but you don't have to, because you pick and choose every thought that comes in there, and you pick and choose if you want to give it life or not. So we don't want to give life to the negative thoughts. You have been giving life to the negative thoughts all your life. That's why it feels so comfortable. It feels almost normal to not feel good. It feels like normal sometimes to not feel good about thinking about, like, your future with this person, right? Because you think about, oh, what if they disrespect me? What if they leave me? What if they abandon me? What if they find someone else? Like, this almost feels normal, because when you used to think about those thoughts, no one was there to tell you, hey, you can't think those thoughts. Like, don't think those thoughts. Do you want to create it? And now there is. Now you know you gotta stop those thoughts from happening. So I wanted to talk about also, I like to say to my clients, think before you think. So, you know how we say think before you act, or think before you talk? Watch what you're going to say, because once it comes out, like, you can't really fix it, right? So I like to say think before you think. So when you're thinking, also think about what you're thinking about, if that makes sense. Comment down below if that makes sense. Think before you think. Say this to yourself all the time. It's a reminder to keep yourself on a strict mental diet. Think before you think. What are you thinking about? Should you think that or not? Should you think the opposite or not? Think before you think. Because once you have one thought, you're inviting the second friend and the third friend and the fourth friend, and now we have, like, all these negative thoughts at this party, and we don't want those Karens there, right? So we want to go to the high class party. We don't want to go to the negative one. We want to go to the VIP party. We don't want to go to the one where, you know, something happens at the end or the club closes down or the cops come through, right? We want to go to the one where we're partying all night. Okay. So for the success story, you guys, this client was a one-on-one client with me for quite some time. And she also tried the Manifest Your SP Now course. And with both combined, so the one-on-one coaching and the Manifest Your SP Now course, she got really, really clear on what she was doing, what she was thinking all this time. Like the majority of her time, she really got clear on her mental diet and what she was doing wrong and what she should do, shouldn't do. So her SP was, I don't know how to say it. Like she was feeling guilty because she had told SP years back that she wasn't ready for a relationship. And SP got so hurt by that he broke up. He broke off the relationship, and he was just so hurt for so long, and he wasn't talking to her, and she just felt so guilty, like she wanted him back, but she didn't know if he would ever take her back because like of how hurt he was. So we went over all this stuff, everything I explained to you guys. Think before you think those thoughts before you give it life, and it, like, you know, you don't want to spiral with those negative thoughts. Clear on what you want. It's not so much confidence, guys. When we talk about self-concept and boosting like your how you feel or who you are, it's not so much the confidence. Confidence comes after. Are you clear? Are you clear on what you're doing in this moment with your thoughts and your desires? Are you clear? Because if you're going into this just like, oh, let me just write intentions 100 times a day, maybe that'll get me what I want. No, that's not how it works. Are you clear on how you feel throughout the day? Are you in a state of lack, or are you in a state of abundance? Are you thinking from the point of view of I'm a conscious creator, I'm powerful, my thoughts create? Or are you thinking from a point of view of, I don't know if I could do this, you know, so many years I've been, you know, not winning in life. Like I haven't been getting what I want. Like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't even know if I'm powerful. Like, or are you there? So get clear on where you stand. Which side are you going to pick? How serious are you? Are you going to have a strict mental diet or not? Like, do you want to go all in, or do you want to go like half-half? Because if you guys go half-half, what happens is you get hot and cold behavior. And then you're confused on why that person's acting hot and cold with you. Why 1 minute they're so good with you and the next minute they don't want to have anything to do with you. That comes from a not so strict mental diet. That comes from not putting in the work, not watching your thoughts, not doing your affirmations, not doing your intentions. So what this client did was she really was like, you know what? I'm going to be really clear on what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to watch my thoughts. I'm going to have a really strict mental diet. I am going to affirm every time I think about the situation, every time I think about lack, every time I want to react, I'm just going to affirm, because I know as a conscious creator what I need to do and what I shouldn't do. I know, I'm clear on that, right? So once you guys go like all in like that, honestly, it doesn't take such a long time. For some people, it takes days. For some people, it takes weeks. Some people, it takes months. The reason why it might take anyone years, you guys, and it is possible, it can take you years, and I'll tell you why. When you're not strict with your mental diet, if every time you're triggered and you react for quite some time, for a few days and a few days and a few days, and then you go back again on a strict mental diet, and then something happens in 3D, and then you react again, and it's for days and days and days and days. This type of like wobbly mental diet can cause you to prolong your manifestation. So you got to watch, how long are you reacting to anything? Are you reacting for a little bit, a few hours, a day or so, or a few days, and then you catch yourself and then you go all in again? Or are you doing it on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off? because that on and off will explain why it's taking so long. So I hope this video brought clarity to all of you. Remember, think before you think. And if you guys have ever heard that phrase, from confusion comes clarity, or from chaos comes clarity, comment down below. Comment what you think it means. I'm very interested to read that. If you guys are interested in the Manifest Your SP Now course, it is going to be in the link in the description box down below. Don't worry about the date and time it gives you when you're trying to purchase it. That's for our end on the system. You guys get access to it the minute you purchase it, so there's no wait time there. If you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching, the link is going to be in the description box down below. So I can't wait to hear from all of you in the comments. I intend all of you have amazing success. I intend you guys are patient in manifesting. I intend you guys are clear and confident. I intend you guys get movement, and I will see you soon. Bye.